So I've been seeing a bunch of posts about the House passing the Laken Riley Act. And I wanted to do a video on it because there's a lot of misinformation out there about it, and I wanted everyone to understand it. So, coming from an attorney who does some immigration law as well as criminal defense work, you need to understand what actually happened here. And before you get angry at the people who voted against it, there's a reason that they voted against it. What you need to understand first is that there are only 4 crimes enumerated in this act. Okay? 4 deportable offenses: burglary, theft, larceny, and shoplifting. Okay? And I'm reading it right here from, oh, sorry, I don't need to cover my face. Is charged with, is arrested for, is convicted of, admits having committed, or admits committing acts which constitute the essential elements of any burglary, theft, larceny, or shoplifting offense. Okay, so burglary, theft, larceny, or shoplifting offense. Okay, no murder, no kidnapping, no SA, larceny charges. Larceny charges. Okay? These are already enumerated crimes involving moral turpitude. Enumerated crimes involving moral turpitude, which are already deportable offenses. They are already deportable offenses. Okay, if you are convicted of these offenses, you are more likely to be deported than not. This act does nothing that is not already being done. It's literally doing something that's already being done. Okay? That's the first thing. The second thing is that what you may have missed in the first part is that it says is charged with and is arrested for, not just convicted of. They are adding arrested and charged with. That means that the second that you are placed in handcuffs as someone who is undocumented, you could be deported based on this act. That means that you do not get the benefit of counsel. You do not get the benefit of a trial, of discovery, of the right to cross-examine, of due process. You do not get the right of any of that, okay? Which every single person in the United States, including people charged with terrorism, are entitled to. Now, you might say, well, they're not citizens. Why should they enjoy the benefits of the Constitution? Because they do. Because it would be anarchy if they do not. Okay? That is the way our system works, and that is what they are entitled to as people on United States soil. I don't care if you don't like it, that's what it is. And if we suspend parts of the Constitution for some, that is a slippery slope for all. The second we say that you can be arrested and then simply deported is a problem. That is a problem. Do you know how often cross-racial identification gets it wrong? Do you know how often that happens? All the fucking time. All the fucking time. Okay? And when you are taking situations where you simply can just deport someone for being arrested for a crime, that is dangerous. And for simple crimes like shoplifting, larceny, theft, burglary. There are nonviolent burglaries. Okay? In New York, there are nonviolent burglaries. Some of them are classified as nonviolent. And you are going to deport people for simply being arrested for shoplifting $1.25 from the Dollar Tree. If you don't see why that can be a problem, then there is something wrong. The idea and the concept may make sense in the broad scheme of things. But this is not the way to do it. This is not the way to do it. If you have any questions about this, feel free to leave them in my comments. I will be happy to answer them. But this law just isn't it. This law just isn't it. It needs work. The wording needs work. You cannot just arrest someone and then say, boom, you're gone. You need due process. There needs to be some finality, okay? Plus, this law doesn't do anything that already isn't being done, because once you are convicted of a crime involving moral turpitude, a CIMT as we call it, okay, CIMT, you are already eligible to be deported, okay, in many circumstances. Sometimes you need more than one of them. Sometimes you only need one, depending on the level, depending on what type they are. Immigration law is very difficult, but technically and typically larceny charges are CIMTs already. So this law really isn't doing anything that already isn't being done, except adding the fact that now simply being charged with the crime is deportable. Let me know what you think.